to Club Fuck It Bucket again from the Fuck It Bucket, which for those of you who don't know is my little red car. I actually have a license plate. My license plate says Fuck It Bucket unless you are the DMV, and then it says Fact Bucket because I have a lot of facts in my head because I'm a professor and I do lots of stuff. And one of the things that I do is I bring in amazing guests to talk to you about a moment when they really felt like they needed to do something or make a change. And the universe was like, probably not a great idea. Maybe your upbringing is like, oh, this is like far outside of our comfort zone. And they just said, fuck it. And they did the thing. And I'm so excited because this is the first time I've actually spoken with this man like this, but we exchange the most amazing DMs ever. And so I could not be more happy to be the very first foray into internet live shows with Andrew Hobdy on Club Fuck It Bucket. So come on out. Hello, my friend. I'm so excited to see you here.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm so happy to meet you. Finally.
And thank you for like trusting us to like, because this is outside of your comfort zone. This was a fuck it moment for you, right?
In such a huge way. Yeah, I have. I'm pretty private, kind of. But so this is my first social media anything.
That's amazing.
I comment on some people's posts, and
Well, and you slide into DMs with like amazing resources and fun stories and just like friendship held out like a gift basket, but not out in public, huh?
Well, out in public I am, just not out in public on social media.
It's not virtually out in public. I'm loving all the people walking behind me, by the way. This is the funniest thing. I'm just like going, what's going on?
I love it.
So Andrew, I know, welcome to the shit show. Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. Andrew, you have gotten a first class ticket on the Fuck It Bucket train. So you actually, like, not only is coming on here a fuck it moment for you, but you just recently had like a massive, like, I'm going to be a fucketeer moment and completely changed your life, right?
Yeah, actually over the past, 8 years, there have been just momentous. There we go.
Momentous. I like monumentous. It's a new word.
I like it.
Hashtag monumentous. Chris, can you put that in the?
So, I moved down to the Gulf Coast about 8 years ago from Tennessee. I'm sure you can't hear the accent, but
yeah, I thought you were maybe from like New York or New England.
I get that fairly often, but I could try and do an impression, but it does not go good. So anyway, went to the doctor, got some health news, so lost 180 pounds.
Person.
I had to do some stuff.
A large human. You lost a large human.
About half my body weight, and went through a horrible divorce and all this stuff. And great. So, but that got us to the past year or so. So, my youngest came out as trans to us about 1.5 years ago. I think expecting some grand, I don't know, fight or
right. Like you were going to be like. Because you like me have Southern Baptist roots, right? Like
I have General Baptist roots, so they're a little bit different. And so Southern Baptist believes that you can that once you're saved, you're always saved, right? So once you're good, you're good. General Baptists believe that you can screw that up, and you are actively probably right now.
Everything that you do, well. Right. Story of my life.
So,
I like to say, like, I'm constantly like weaving my own handbasket, so I'll have something to ride on the way down the hill. But
absolutely.
Well, okay, so you got Baptist roots. You've been steeped in this, like, you can fuck it up real fast, and your son comes to you and says, "I'm trans," and expects for you to just like
I look like this, so and I talk like this, and so people expect a certain thing from me, and so I was like, okay, I mean, whatever. You're my kid.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, what do you want for it's not like you're rooting for Bama. Bad, So we moved past that hurdle pretty quick.
I'm sorry. Can we just?
Yeah, I mean, and,
That's the best thing I've ever heard in my whole life. Parents, aspire to be as cool as Andrew is.
I
It's not
mean,
like you're rooting for Bama. You're just being your own self.
yeah. So
Amazing.
do that. So anyway, so about a year ago, that was about a year and a half ago. So about a year ago, his mom and him had quite the falling out. It was a major kind of catastrophe. And so we
Was
got
it in
custody of him.
relation to him coming out as trans?
A lot of it,
Oh, that
yeah.
just breaks
So
my
not
heart.
not great, and he's adopted too. So it was not wonderful, and he knows it was open, so he knows,
Yeah.
and so it was not great. So he felt like he had two moms now that that weren't
Yeah.
great to him. So anyway, so we got custody of him on a Thursday. Like, here we go. All right,
Done.
on a Thursday at 9 p.m. So here we go. So, all right, well, I'm on the road 3 to 4 days a week. I can't do that and support this kid, you know. So I took a quick job, uh, and I found I found a company called, well, I don't want to say their name, but found a company selling into auto, which is what I've always done. Still on the road, but more locally. Um, and fell into that. Took a $50,000 pay cut to go there, and
Hmm.
here we are. But I'm home, and we'll figure it out, right? Um,
You're gonna make me
so
cry,
about
Andrew.
no, don't do that.
Come on.
So
Oh, I just
so
love
about
parents like
3
you.
months into it, I'm on LinkedIn and see some stuff from OfferUp, which I've been trying to. In fact, one of my coworkers DM'd me on LinkedIn yesterday and said, "How have we been connected on LinkedIn for 3 years, and you've only been working here for 3 months?" Well, that must have been the first time I applied and reached out to everybody that worked at OfferUp.
Yeah.
So anyway, fell into a culture that just could not be better. And I'm so in love with it. They're all about diversity, which obviously I'm a big fan of. I have my Abide No Hatred shirt on. So,
Yes.
um, it's just a huge deal. And because of taking this position and just saying fuck it and saying, hey, we'll figure it out, uh, it's landed me here, and I could not be happier. Because of that, I've been able to go to protests with my daughters and my son and my children when the Roe v. Wade thing happened, and it's just been incredible. And so yeah, I'm
That's
really falling
amazing.
into
I'm
it.
sorry. I
Yeah,
just can't stop. Just
there's
I don't like I mean, I think we've talked about this. We call my house the rainbow house. Our house is where the kids come whose parents don't accept them, and they come for holidays, or they come if they just need a mom hug or a quiet place to be where they're going to be accepted. And I just see so many kids whose hearts get broken by their parents.
so
And then
tough.
there's somebody like you who just is like, well, fuck it. Like, I'll change my job. I'll take a pay cut. I'll do whatever I need to do to
Figure
support
it
you.
out.
I'll step away from my, like very conservative roots, and I'll look at the world with a different perspective. And I think you're just a really special person, Andrew.
Oh
So
well, I appreciate
I
that.
don't think I've ever cried on this show before like this. I just can't
Uh,
stop. I'm
uh,
sorry.
I don't think so at all. But here we are, and you know, it's fun. I mean,
It's
I get to
amazing.
be
So
home every night, and
right.
actually, I mean, I said fuck it. So the reason I'm in a corner with stickers peeled off behind me is because I'm in my grandson's playroom, because that's where I set up my office. And this evening at 5, I'll take it down because the grandbabies are coming over. So
Oh my
you know,
God, that's
so
amazing.
yeah, it's a great time, and it's just it really showed me that when you just kind of let go of everything and say, well, let's take care of what needs to be taken care of, and everything else will take care of itself, and just say fuck it to
Yeah,
whatever, that the universe will kind of step in and take care of you.
it does.
You
You do the right things, and the right things happen back to you. And now,
Absolutely.
so what do you do with OfferUp?
So
What's
I'm
the
an
role
account
there?
executive. So basically, I call into dealerships and help them with some of their marketing. So it's nothing fancy. Dig it, you know. It's
Yeah,
yeah. So
that's
it's not I love selling into auto, because auto. I've been in the automotive industry since '01. And you can't meet people like you
Hmm.
outside of the auto industry unless you go to like pro wrestling. I mean,
Right.
characters, they're just the best characters in the world,
Oh my gosh. I fell in love with the automotive industry. So I started working in it in 2019. I only did about an 18-month stint, but just absolutely fell in love. But
Yeah.
my joke is always when I started working is that I didn't know my chassis from my assy. And that's really only funny if you write it out, right? And then, and then read it. Oh my gosh, what a story, what a roller coaster. So tell us, how old is your son?
He's 16 now.
He's
So,
16.
yeah,
Okay.
everything's going great. He's back in the honors club. So, had some
All right.
shakeups with his grades and everything last year
Of
with all the,
course.
the uproars. But yeah, he told us a few months ago, hey, I've been rethinking art school, which is what he's always wanted to do.
Okay.
Right. And thinking I still want to do art, but maybe more as a hobby. I'm thinking about avionics. And I'm like, well, that's an English word. I don't know what it means, but sounds like it makes more than art. So cool. Do that. So, yeah.
That's amazing.
So
Well,
everything's going pretty amazing for him, too.
um, I love that. I love that he's kind of exploring like different ways of interacting with the world, especially now that he has such a strong support system and can be himself out there. Um, I teach at VCU, Da Vinci Center, and one of the really neat trends that I've seen in the education space more recently are things like interdisciplinary studies, where you can take two very dichotomous, very like different ideas and combine them together in a major. And
Love it.
so, that might be something where he
There we
could
go.
combine that love of art and avionics and go into like do something that has to do with, design, or
Hmm.
user experience or product innovation or something like that. That would be pretty cool. I'm on here
Yeah,
solving
that'd
problems
be
for him, so
awesome. I love
it's
it.
not even a problem.
I love it. You're
Andrew,
smarter than I am, so I'll have to consult you probably next year.
whatever. I think this is the thing that we get into though, is that you and I can like out humble each other all day long. We could just sit
Ah,
here all day and be like, oh, but because I think it's because we're Southern. Like,
absolutely.
when I moved to New England, I was pretty sure nobody liked me because they're just so like kind of no filter. And I was raised in Kentucky, Oklahoma with that whole, so like, um, I remember at one point I had asked my friends, I was like, do these jeans like maybe are they not super flattering on me? And my friend in New England was like, yeah, you probably want to go on a diet. And I was like, what? Right? And I
Oh
was like, but
my.
in Oklahoma, we would have been like,
Mhm.
but your shoes, honey, and then your hair, and when you put it all together with your sunshine, and we could talk for a whole hour and never even talk about the jeans, right? And
Right.
so, like, I think you and I, we could probably out humble each other if we wanted to get into,
I'm sure.
and we might also be able to out dad joke each other. Um,
I don't know. My game is pretty strong.
I feel like that's a challenge. Like, I might have to have you on later on this fall and do a
I
full
do a
dad
lot of
joke challenge.
I do a lot of obscure music references that not a lot of people get. So
Oh, that's pretty good.
yeah.
And there with the humility, that's true. Well, Chris, you and I did a dad joke off once, right? Pop on here. Can you pop on here? There he is. Chris is always
Oh,
ready to go
hi.
live.
Such a good
Hey,
look.
this is my
Such a good
amazing
look.
producer, live stream producer who keeps us on here twice a week because otherwise I am a shit show. Actually, I wouldn't just be a shit show. I am one.
You got me on
Um,
camera without my hat. That never
oh,
happened. I was like, oh, I don't have my hat on.
yes, I got Andrew on camera for the first time. I got you on camera without your hat. Whatever. But we did a dad joke off
No, we
once,
didn't.
right?
You watched the dad joke competition with Britt and Louis
That's
Colombo
right. But I
and Brett
thought that I was
Wolf.
in it, so I just kept
And we
making them
were
in the
gonna
comments.
have you and that other girl. I don't even remember her name, but like she came out of nowhere. Nobody knew who she was.
Yeah.
And she was like dropping the fire. She
Yes.
beat the pants off of everybody that was on screen.
Yeah, that was
Love it.
amazing. And I think I
Yep.
just thought that I was part of it because I was making dad jokes in the comments.
And
I'm
so
not
the
even
plan
invited.
was to have you and Brett and that girl. I wish I could remember who it was.
Yeah.
Louis Colombo is one of my favorite people.
Who? Louis
Follow.
Colombo? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Follow his
yeah.
stuff on
Oh.
So funny story. Lewis comes on. He instigated the whole thing. Got everybody all fired up. Everybody talking shit to each other. And then he goes to log in on his work computer, and Edward Jones would not let his camera connect to it. So all you see is a little black dot and Lewis's voice every once in a while coming.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's amazing. I love it. I love it. All right, y'all. We're at time. I've laughed, I've snorted, I've cried, and I've snorted. Today's just like a snorty day for me, I guess, and it's all your fault, Andrew, and I'll take it every time.
Sorry.
So if y'all are not connected with Andrew, find him on LinkedIn. He will be one of the best, most amazing humans that you have ever met, and somebody you really want in your corner cheering you on. Andrew, I love you. You have broken my heart. You have you've lifted, you've like filled my heart with joy today. Thank you so much for coming on.
You come on with joy so often, and I appreciate you so much.
I love you. All right, y'all. Come join us next week, Wednesday, 1:15 Eastern Standard Time for the next episode of Club Fuck It Bucket, and have an amazing weekend.
Bye, guys.